Hey everybody, welcome to Pi Records Plus. I'm here with Alexxis from
Yeah,
the X Flowers in Las Vegas, Nevada. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Excellent, excellent. So what was cool is I love, which very rarely happens on a channel with an old dude like me. We get to speak to young punk rockers and welcome to our channel. And tell me a little bit about the X Flowers. Um, the recording is so well done, well played, and a lot of thought was going into the writing. So I know you're kind of the real deal. So I just want to hear, your origin story.
All right. Well, the X Flowers itself started about a year and a half ago. Um, your idea of like a basic punk rock band coming out of a garage, you know what I mean? It's just teenagers, but it really did start back when I'm classically trained. I've been playing guitar since I was 11. I went to Las Vegas Academy of the Arts for my high school, and I just basically learned how to learn the techniques of classical guitar, but I took that and with my dad, he taught me how to like structure a song. So since the age of 16, I've been going to open mics. I've probably been to well over hundreds of open mics in Vegas. Um, just learning to perform in front of people. And then, so after about a year doing that, I started this project. And me and my dad sat down, we wrote, and we actually, we go back and forth. Like I'll bring him just some like a basic idea of a song, and we'll kind of argue back and forth of like how to create a melody in this. And it's a really close connection with me. And basically the idea of the X Flowers is, my dad is a Gen X, so we are the flowers and the children of Generation X. And I'm a huge fan of that era of music. A lot of my inspiration comes from there. So that's kind of like the idea of where it came from. But it's really just up, and then working with like the actual X Flowers, like the band members and stuff. We became really close as friends, and just traveling, learning how to play live, getting through gigs. We play all the time at First Friday. We are there every month running a
Wait,
stage.
you have a first Friday there too?
We do, yeah. I think there's one in Arizona I know about, and like Utah, but out here we have one.
When I was in Monterey, we used to go to First Friday every year. It was pretty amazing.
I have a blast. I've been going since I was a kid, but I really went to First Friday. I was like, I want to see some, and not that they didn't have them, but I want to see like a push for like local original bands. And they've
Yeah.
worked with me incredibly. They've given me an opportunity to obviously spread the name of the X Flowers, but also bring other local bands down and give us a platform.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Play, and it's been an incredible experience. I've learned a lot sound wise. I've learned how to run my own like sound stage, so I'll be running a stage Friday. So I got a
Do
lot
you,
of stuff.
is that kind of like what you do part time while you're going to school and doing the band? You're like,
Yeah, it's been a learning curve, and I kind of like to say like I'm learning. It's almost like free education. Like I get to be out there every month learning how to run stages, work with sound guys. There's issues all the time, it's just like any live show, and we learn how to do that. I've learned how to promote and to get bands involved and stuff. So it's been a
really?
really cool learning experience. They're a wonderful group of like their board is great to work with, and with school and stuff. I'm studying the business side of things also, but really, I work, I have my little jobs and stuff, and I kind of write, and that's what I do.
That's, I mean, it's good that you're kind of encompassing all parts of that, um, the quote unquote business, just so you kind of, you could kind of do it yourself, right?
Yeah, I've learned a lot of instead of sitting around waiting for someone to come to me, I'm gonna go out and push us out. And
Good.
I've made a lot of fun the connections and friends this way, and it's taught me a lot.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, there are so many people coming through there that, in so many different local acts, pretty much on every corner. Um, like, have you found the response to be pretty good?
I mean, I really do enjoy our time down at First Friday. That is one of the places where it feels like a local, like the whole community gets to come together and stuff. Because Vegas is a really like it's 21 plus. Like there are venues and stuff that obviously allow like Taverna Costera is one of them. I work there, and I've been going there since I was like 16, and they've really pushed me out, and will always appreciate them. But finding places for all ages, especially. I just turned 18 this year, so I've really gotten to learn how to work with adults as well. And I mean, working with business owners is one of my favorite things to do, promoting businesses and
really.
Yeah, I love working with like I've worked with local tattoo shops. We've done cafes, restaurant, all these different things, and just finding ways, because especially with it being 21 plus, you got to find unique ways to get bands to be able to play. And I run the sound gig. I got my own PA systems and everything. We've learned how to
really.
Ourselves. Yeah. So that's what I use down at First Friday, is just using our own equipment, and we set it up.
Oh, nice.
And stuff.
It's I always learned throughout my life, when you don't have to rely on anybody but yourself, you achieve more than having to wait on somebody else. Like, as far as owning your own PA.
That really put me far, doing our own stuff. My parents were so supportive. Like I was talking about, my dad is he's my best friend, and we write together, and we pushed for this together, because he grew up in the Orange County punk scene for a long time. And he got to grow up in that environment, and so he really wants to he's helping me push. And my mom's my biggest fan, and she's my merch girl at all our shows. So it's a team effort, definitely. But learning how to have my own stuff, like having my own gear, has really pushed me to be able to do stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't want to dwell too much on your father, but I am curious about his Orange County background, because there's a lot of cool Orange County bands. I'm like a real hardcore guy, so Orange County hardcore is like.
He's just such a fan of music, and he got to grow up going to shows every night and weekend. And I've heard stories and stuff. So I'm not too sure. I can't speak for him what he did completely and stuff. But I don't know. That was so long ago. But he's taught me a lot of lessons, how to like be professional but also have fun in these like local shows and things. And he, I don't know, I'm a little bit jealous that he got to grow up in such a time where music was like, and the kids got to go out at all these shows. Because Vegas, what we do have and what people have created, I really do appreciate. But I hope we can keep working towards growing a scene for like kids to grow up in. And a lot of these local venues, unfortunately, have like just gone out of business or shut down. So ones that do offer, I really appreciate them.
Since COVID, everybody's. It just seems like right now we're kind of coming out of the woods from that. Yeah,
and I kind of grew up coming. So I was 16 starting this 2.5 years ago. So I kind of hit that age where I was coming into a scene where we were kind of building it back up a little bit, and it's really exciting to see more. And I've always encouraged like my classmates when I was in high school to like come out and play original music, like get out there and come down to open mics, and I'm gonna play and I want to push like original music. It's important, especially when in art school, to get art students out there and doing their own originals.
I think even as nervous as teenagers might be, art students want to express themselves. So I think maybe they have an advantage, having that art inside of them all the time.
Yeah, and it's a great way to just support like the open mics. That is something that I always said. That's what pushed me to be like confident to get up and just play, because I'm naturally just very I'm quiet and I do my thing, but I'm not a natural performer. Like I am not up there, I'm not great on the microphone or anything, talking to crowds. I get shy, but open mics have taught me how to just not care and go up there and do what I do, my art, I don't know, just get up there and sing. And I've learned a lot through that, and going to an art school too, performing in classical ensembles, I've learned a lot that way as well, being prepared, professional, but also I like to have fun. I've learned, I've met a lot of people that encourage me to make it fun, and this is something to be excited about as well. So,
I'm sure you play more than one instrument in classical music. Am I correct?
Classical guitar itself is its own instrument. I did that for a long time, and then I did acoustic, and I can fiddle with the bass a little. I play with that. I like to just pick up stuff. I can fiddle with the piano or bass or something, but I'm really just I focused on how to learn how to like write songs on the acoustic guitar and either translate them to the electric, or that's kind of like what I focused on, is learning how to write music. And then I find people that can, that have perfected their instrument. We come together. But yeah, I'm interested in everything. I love to just pick things up and have fun.
How would you translate kind of your classical training into like a contemporary, like pop punk song?
It's taught me how to do fun little, like, how to move on the guitar, like, very smoothly, but also like fun little riffs. Like I've taken just basic songs, like little movements I've learned, like techniques. Like I studied with a classical guitarist for like over a couple of years, and he taught me how to do these fun like pull-off things. And one of the songs on the EP I actually took from a classical technique, our song No Name. And it's super simple, but it's just keep that bend and stuff. And it's taught me how to like just do different things on the guitar. And I don't know, I maybe how to structure it maybe a little. I'm not sure. It's just like I think it encouraged me to keep learning new stuff on the guitar rather than just chords. And it's classical. I'm really happy I was trained like that. I have a little sister who I helped learn. I taught her how to play classical guitar, and I think it's important to learn that like little background piece, because it's really allowed me to feel confident in the instrument and how to just create new things and just go for it. I'm not super like musical like theory and stuff. I don't know much, but I really just by ear has taught me, and the techniques of classical have allowed me to do fun things. And
I think learning by ear and knowing how to hear and feel the music, that's how I learned how to play guitar, and I think that's advantageous because maybe being able to hear exactly, seeing the hands on the guitar and knowing, okay, that's what that hand position hears like in my head.
Yeah, and I mean, there's luckily nowadays that there's YouTube and this, and I can look up like things. Like I don't know, for my dad, like that age we grew up, you guys kind of had like the books and stuff, and I learned how to read music, and I've done that as well. But really learning by ear and watching other people play and stuff has inspired me to do my own thing on the guitar.
Awesome. You're very well spoken, by the way.
Thanks. I love talking about anything music. It's my life. So I can talk about it.
All right, great. So, besides, I'm sure being around a lot of musicians at school, and your father, who I'm assuming is a huge punk rock fan, who would you say is your rock and roll or punk rock inspiration? Like, if you had to name one artist.
Of course, there's so many, but I mean, I'm looking at the giant poster in my room. The Ramones is a great. They taught me just how to that easy pop punk fast songs, but it's so poppy that I love. And then, but really also the grunge like era of music, like going back to just like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam. That really encouraged me, and even Hole was like a great one that I really learned. It taught me how to play like that style, and I kind of just took the pop punk and then the grunge with like almost. And I'm a big fan of like Neil Young, the '70s folk.
Oh, really?
Like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I grew up on that, so kind of mixing all of that together. I grew up in a very musical household, where my parents are fans of everything, so I really just took every like theme back to the '50s doo-wop, all of that, and those are all just like
doo-wop.
I'm a big fan of just like my dad. When I grew up in the car, we would sing the songs together, and that's some of my favorite memories growing up. So when I hear those, they make me just just something I connect with those, and that's how I learned how to structure my music and everything.
Yeah.
So,
my family as well. I used to go to doo-wop shows with my mom.
Yeah, it's a great memory to me. Just it really makes me think of my like grandmother and then my dad and all like those people in my life that also inspire me to like do new things. And it's just that music is really important to me. So.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Like my mom has since gone, but I always remember going to those shows. Like shows have like people who love music have that show. Going to shows has a different impact on super music fans than it does other people, I think.
Yeah, I grew up. My first shows were like Social Distortion. My dad took me to go see the Interrupters. I got to go with him. I've been to
That
quite a
was,
few concerts with them, and those are just always great memories. And those are the people that inspire me to this day. Those musicians. And
my son's first show was the Interrupters.
yeah, I got to see him in a little club, which was like really
The band.
exciting. Yeah, it's something special because now that they've gone so far, they're one of my favorite bands, and it was so cool to see him like in a tiny space. And
They have some great like behind the scenes videos. There's like an acoustic version of "Gave You Everything," and where they're just they're doing like a progressive or percussive clap, and it's all acoustic. It's pretty cool.
I love like one of my favorite themes is K Rock's like almost acoustic. Is it like almost acoustic Christmas or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to one so bad because I love watching the bands. That's one of my favorite themes. We do one here actually locally. We did one last year. I think we're going to do it again this year. Is taking like punk bands or local bands and dropping them down to acoustic by the campfire. So
there are some that really kind of translate well. Like any Tony Sly song from No Use for a Name. He did like acoustic album after acoustic album, but nothing but covers of his punk rock songs.
yeah, and those are my favorites. I like that is something I was the MTV Unplugged.
Yes,
Like those are really like. Of course, I was introduced to it like through Nirvana. My dad gave me like physical copies of like the CDs and everything, and I was obsessed with that. That really is one of my favorite like albums of all time. Is the Nirvana's MTV Unplugged.
Mine too. Actually, that was probably they had a lot of those, but Nirvana's was by far the best.
It was just absolutely. I loved watching it, and it's still like I think I heard about it when I was like 12 years old, and it's still one of my top. Just like that, it's special to me, and that's something then with the acoustic. I mean, I take like on Simply Awfully, one of our punk songs. I'm playing acoustic the whole thing, and
oh really?
Yeah, I have an electric guitarist, but he handles that stuff, and then I kind of stay on the acoustic and fill in the chords and everything. But,
oh, nice.
I mean, we're recording in the studio right now some new single, and I am on electric on that one, so we're gonna start doing that.
Okay.
But I did record all acoustic on that whole EP.
So tell me, the EP. It kind of like the cover kind of says 3P. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was. We were just having fun with that in the studio. We were bored, and we're like, it's like a 3P, like our 3-song EP.
Yeah. Tell me about that for our viewers that might not be familiar with it. Tell me what they could expect from it.
Well, those songs, it includes our song No Name, Awake Me, and Simply Awfully. Those are some of the first songs that we performed as a band, and we just took those because we thought it showed like a diversity of what we do. No Name's going to be like just a cool like rock grunge song. Awake Me, that really was inspired from that Unplugged era, and then we also included like what our own like style to it when especially doing like the build up the chorus. And then Simply Awfully was just straight having fun. Like Flogging Molly is a great band that I absolutely adore, and so taking stuff like that with Social Distortion, and then it's actually like a Tom Petty-esque sped up. So that was kind of like where Simply Awfully came from, and they're just fun, easygoing rock songs. And I mean, I would love if people can give a listen to it. I love hearing people's like feedback on the songs. It's cool to hear everyone's like different favorite songs, especially locally. I have kids my age come up to me, this song's their favorite or stuff, and I don't know, it's really cool. And those people we recorded it with at Electric Shop Recording Studio, it's a dad, Andrew, and his son Andy. They helped us produce or like master the whole thing and everything.
All right.
That was a really cool experience being in the studio the first time. So.
What did you record it at home or did you record it in the studio?
We did it in the studio. So we did it live in a room in their recording room, and then we went back in and added like we stacked guitars on a lot of the songs and everything.
So from beginning to end, even mastering, he took care of the whole thing.
But yeah, if someone is here out locally, or even people come and travel to Electric Shop Recording, they are incredible. To this day, we're recording with them right now in the studio. They are the sweetest people you'll ever meet. They give like great advice, and they will always like they're just I don't know. They're very special people to us, and they're like family at this point. And to have that as our first like recording experience is really amazing to have. So
Yeah, it's kind of like you're all learning together, going through the
yes, and
process.
that was something cool to learn, and it was a special experience. And we did like kind of we didn't like rush it or anything. We took our time, about like 5 months or so. We
Oh wow.
started it in January, and then we released it in June. So we took our time, we had fun with it, and then now like currently we're recording our song Tilted, and so we're rushing that one a little bit more to just have fun and put it out by the end of this year. Hopefully by this month, we're thinking, but I
Oh,
don't know.
excellent.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, you have 3 songs. How did you? I'm sure you have quite a few songs that you've written. How did you choose which ones to record, and then on top of that, which ones to put an EP out with?
Well, recording those, it was really just we were trying to look for our most polished songs to put out because, we had a little bit of a time limit. Like we wanted to get them out by this year or by mid-year, and then those were the songs that we think just we had the most fun with performing live. We felt confident that we knew them going in, and then on top of that, like putting those 3 songs together, I just think we were really just trying, like with Awakening, we wanted to slow it down and show that darker sound that we love, that grunge kind of. And then our first track, No Name, it was just kind of like that's our fun get going song. Like that's usually our opener at our shows. And then Simply Awfully is just the one that I think I don't know, like resonated with our fans and audience out here in Vegas. All our friends that come out to our show know all the lyrics, and we've seen it together, and that's just like a fun song that we really
Yeah.
wanted to put out for everyone. So those 3 just kind of were, I think, the ones that kind of hit for us out here, and we just
Yeah.
wanted to get like a variety of sound.
When you have somebody singing your lyrics back to you while you're on stage, that's a kind of feeling that you can't get any other way.
It really, yeah, it's really just a special experience to share that with people, and really my goal here is to just share art with people because I love to do it, and if I can make someone else happy with the art that I create, that's my goal, is to just share something, and especially with music, that's something that I think connects everyone, no matter who we are or what we like. That's just something that can connect all of us. So
I agree. I agree 100%. Otherwise, you and I wouldn't be talking right now.
yeah, well, I'm excited we can. So at least it
So,
brings people together.
so I'm going to put a link in the description, but I want people to know how to get in touch with you if they have any more questions, they want you to play, they want to get a hold of maybe one day a physical copy. Where can people find you? What's the easiest place where they can find you online?
We have our social media. It's X Flowers Band. So on Instagram you can look us up, or we have a little TikTok too. I'm always reachable through my email and stuff. And really, yeah, we would love to get out of town. We're starting to look into the West Coast area, opening up for other local bands in other towns. We are dying to get out there and play with new bands, and we would love to just meet. So anytime someone wants to contact, I would absolutely love. It's Alexxis, or yeah, if you could link it, my email on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can do that. And then also, yeah, our social media platforms, we can reach through there, but really email or anything. And you can find us on all like streaming platforms to hear.
Awesome. Do you look at have you looked at Bandcamp at all by any chance?
I have, and I think I want to get going on there and kind of see what we can do on Bandcamp. So I definitely want to take a look and put us up on there.
So you said the band been kind of working up to this point for 2.5 years, you said?
Well, us, like, the band that I'm working with currently, we've been working for a year now together. But these are friends that I grew up with going to high school. Like, my guitarist, he's one of my friends from when I was, like, 14 years old. I've known our drummer since we were, like, 13. And then, yeah, we've just been kind of working on it. And we come along together. We've grown a lot as live performers, and we've had fun. And it's a great experience for all of us to have, especially at a young age. It's really brought us something fun.
Tell me about the other band members, like kind of who they are and what they bring to the band.
Yeah. Well, currently I'm working with my guitarist Ken. He's extremely like I don't know. The kid can play guitar like no other kid I know. I mean, we've been studying together since we were 14 in classical guitar. We went to school, and he has that ability to just pick something up and play it. And I'm inspired by him. I say I play guitar, but I don't even know. He plays like a whole different instrument than me because I have no idea what he's doing, but he sounds great. So. And then my bass player, Lily, is, I mean, she's such a great, she loves, I don't know, she's such a great person to be around. She's such a kind-spirited person. She's confident. She pushes us to keep, like, going, and I absolutely adore her. We had a great friendship from this, and also she's in my back. We sing together, so that's a fun thing. The drummer, Alex, she is extremely talented. She's a little bit younger, so she's definitely kind of come along, and I'm almost like she's like a little sister to me, and we've become really close over this past year, and I'm excited to see where they go, and really just working with them, it's a fun experience, and I just it's special to me, and I'm really happy that I get to work with these people. So
yeah, 90% of the band's success is the relationship between the members.
yeah.
You know, the people that start out wanting to play music with their friends always seem to be happier.
It really is. We have a fine line of we keep things professional. You know, we got to show up on time. We have to act appropriate, but also we want to show up and have a fun time, and we want to be friends here. And so we take it serious. Work comes first, but we always want to have fun. So we're friends at the same time.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, Alexxis, and
Thank you. For
I really enjoyed having you on. Getting to listen to a new band is always my favorite thing to do. The EP is really well produced. I think all of you did a really hell of a job. It's really the songs are super tight and the production's really good. Yeah.
I could really thank that studio. They really pushed us far, and I love them. And really, anyone who wants to go out there and wants to find a nice recording studio on this, like the West Coast, they are incredible. So
cool. Do they have a website people could check them out at?
They do. So just look up Electric Shop Recording Studio, and they should come up there. Andrew, the guy who runs it, you will love him. He's such an inspiration to work with, and really anyone I think should contact them. They are great. Awesome. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add that maybe I haven't asked about that you want to talk about before we go? I don't know. Really, I had fun talking about it, but I mean, right here I do have our EP. Like we have physical copies.
Oh, what is it?
It's our CDs. So they look like, but here's that.
How can I get a hold of one of those?
I mean, we want to set up a website so people can, find them on there, and we'll always sign our copies for everyone. I'll actually want to send you one, so let me know how I can do that, and I'll send you our EP. I'd love to.
Awesome. I'd love to do a review of it for our channel.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. So,
please join our Patreon page to get special behind-the-scenes footage and segments exclusive to Patreon, YouTube updates, also a sneak peek of what's coming next week, merch, and also services, free flash drive exclusively for segments in the band.